Hey guys, it's Ogs. Welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment down below. One click, one sub, one like, 1 second of your life and you are all set. Thank you so much for helping the channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about what Todd Boehly is trying to do at Chelsea Football Club. Listen, it's not going to be an easy ride because we are used to Mr. Abramovich who will spend money when he feels like. He doesn't care about getting any benefit from it. He just want to win and win now at any cost. Deadwood or not, he doesn't care because he got money. But now we have new owners who are going to take us to the next level. It might take a little bit time, maybe 1 to 2 seasons or no time at all, but at the end we all are going to be very happy. This guy here is the next guy that is going to join Chelsea Football Club. His name is Joe Shields. Mr. Shield used to work at Manchester United and then he just moved to Southampton. He brought few academy product from Southampton, from Manchester City to Southampton, and we wanted even to go for Latvia or something like that the last minutes of the transfer window because that kid is awesome. He scored even against Chelsea Football Club. So on his CV you will find people like Jadon Sancho and other youngsters that he is responsible somehow of developing them or finding them. Okay, so big CV here, and Chelsea know exactly what they are trying to do. And we all heard about this brother here, Mr. Christopher Vivell. We're still waiting for his confirmation. It's gonna happen very soon. So Mr. Vivell is gonna be technical director, and Mr. Joe Shields is going to be the director of recruitment. We don't really know what the difference here is. Still confusing, and we're still looking for the director of football. So how many people are we gonna really hire for the same job? We don't know, but listen, all I know is they are going to be great for Chelsea Football Club. They have something in common. They can find germs, the hidden germs. They are very, very good with youth, with the future, and with data, you know, statistics and all that. So this is what I've been asking for years. I got a lot of hate from people because you support youth, because we are not Arsenal, and why are you saying this and that? My opinion just causes a lot of issues because people don't agree with you, and if they don't agree with you, they're gonna insult you, they're gonna do whatever they can to hurt you. But listen, this is an opinion, and I kind of love Todd Boehly and his people for what they are doing because it's exactly my vision for years, and everybody knows about it. Thomas Tuchel, great coach, great manager. I'm not gonna say great coach, a great manager who can win you some trophies here, but Todd Boehly wanted to collaborate. He wanted just to cooperate with some people. Talk to me. No, I don't talk to you because you know nothing about football. Just get me what I want. I don't want to even call players. I don't want to get involved. Just bring me the players that I want, that will fit only in my system, and I win something. Please, let's collaborate. No, I'm not going to talk to you. You know nothing. Brother, listen, I just spent 4 billion of my money to buy this club. You can help me understand football even if I don't understand football. No, you are nobody. I'm awesome. I just won the Champions League. Don't tell me what to do. You just bring me the players that I want. All right. I'm the owner. You are out of the door. So nobody to blame, my brother. Nobody to blame.
When you take over any business, you just have to make sure that you're aligned with the people who are operating the business. And I think Tuchel is obviously extremely talented. and someone who had great success at Chelsea. Our vision for the club was finding a manager who really wanted to collaborate with us, a coach who really wanted to collaborate. You know, I think there's a lot of walls to break down at Chelsea. And, you know, before the first team, for example, in the academy, didn't really share data. They didn't share information about, you know, where the top players were coming from. So our goal is to really bring, you know, a team together that, you know, with the academy, with the first team, with the incremental clubs that we want to acquire and develop, all of that needs to be, you know, a well-oiled machine. And the reality of our decision was that we just weren't sure that Thomas saw it the same way we saw it. And no one's right or wrong. It was just we didn't have a shared vision for the future. And it wasn't about Zagreb. It was really about, you know, the shared vision for what we wanted to Chelsea Football Club to look like. And, you know, it wasn't a decision that was made, you know, as a result of a single win or loss. It was a decision that was made really about what we thought was the right vision for the club.
So, guys, you have an idea what happened. Everybody will get a version of what happened, but at the end of the day, Todd Boehly is the boss. He makes decision. You don't want to collaborate with us, you are out of the door. That's the way it is. So now I'm going to play a video, an interview from Ben Jacobs. The link is going to be in the description down below so you can watch the entire video. But watch it to understand a little bit the vision from Todd Boehly and his people. Mind-blowing. Watch it until the end, my friends, because we have a lot of people in the Chelsea community who don't understand what really football is all about, because all we know is buy, sell, sack, win right now. But we have a very good future, okay? We have a future. Just take a look.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. And they're not doing as much new or novel as perhaps the media and some football fans think. And naturally, when Todd Boehly speaks for effectively the first time, and that was at a conference in New York, everyone picked up on the All-Star game or the fact that he wrongly said Mo Salah, for example, had come through the Chelsea academy. And all of that's fine for people from the outside in to attack Chelsea for, or to use as fuel to suggest that these Americans somehow don't understand Chelsea and football. But it's nonsense. And if you look at behind the scenes, the hard work that they are doing, they've moved in two directions. They've not got everyone in place yet, but they've moved in two broad directions. One is more data, and two is a desire to build structure, which eventually will manifest in a multi-club model. And when they get that, not only will they have an ability to provide better pathways and lure talent at all levels and ages, and from their point of view, hopefully they end up in the Chelsea first team. And if they fail, as I've said many times before, they're still sellable at profits, but they'll also be able to track data. And when we talk about data, there's always a lack of understanding as to what that entails, because it's not only data to scout a player or data to monitor a player's development. It's data to make a projection on how much a player might improve. It's data to look at any injury predictions or preventions. And each aspect that data is used for provides you either with a marginal gain that can be the difference between winning a Premier League or only finishing in the top four, or a major gain because you might unearth the talent using it. So the broad array through which data can be used is so important, and it has to be connected through an entire football club from youth level all the way up to first team. And that's what the best clubs do well. So then when you look at what Chelsea are doing, they are talking to Red Bull. Why? Because they want to put an emphasis on youth, but they're also looking at the Manchester City mold, which is why they've brought in Tom Glick as their president of business operations, which effectively is a CEO role. They've got Toby Craig coming in as their director of corporate affairs, also from the City Group as well. So what you can see is that Chelsea appreciate the history and the football side that they've inherited, but they want to revolutionize the brand and the model. And that means renovating the stadium. It means being more global, which will have commercial benefits. And it means partnering, whether formally or non-formally, with other football clubs to create better pathways. So then when you do spend on players, you've got a higher percentage chance of them succeeding because you can bring them through your system, not somebody else's system. And that is ultimately the Chelsea plan. And when it is set out in those terms, that's nothing new. It's exactly what the City Group are doing. It's exactly what the Red Bull Group are doing. But you've got their level of ambition and you've got their financial muscle. And naturally, Manchester City had that as well when their model was first built. And look at them now. They're absolutely flying as both a football club and a group. And Chelsea will be exactly the same thing. But I think you made a key point, Terry, that transfer windows don't happen when the window opens anyway. And that's not just Chelsea. That's every club. So to say like, Chelsea are working on Nkunku now or Vardiel now, they're breaking the mold. That, again, is incorrect. Every single football club is working windows ahead. It's the only way you get a player. If you want Bellingham, then you have to start now, and arguably you had to start a year ago. And that is why Liverpool and Real Madrid are currently the front runners. And some clubs do that better than others. Manchester United and probably Chelsea historically, not as good at planning in a structured way, multiple windows ahead. But part of that, again, is because if you don't have the data and if you don't have that ability to track a player at 14, 16, 18, and if you're not consistent about it, and then if you don't combine the data with the gut instinct, with the scouting, with the personal relationships that you develop, then you never get the full picture. And I've said this many times that the reason why Liverpool in particular, but also the City Group are so good is because they put in that time and energy and investment to get the full picture, to judge a player on the marginal gains as well as the obvious stuff, and to ensure that it's all logged, it's all connected, and it's all comparative. And comparative is also really key, by the way, too, because sometimes you'll scout a player and use data just as a yardstick. You might go after a name to get a price or to get data. So when you want your other name, and they're at a much higher price, you say, well, listen, there's two players we're looking at. They're both like for like. They're like for like on data. They're like for like on age. They're like for like on potential. And then you may say, well, actually, we're either going to go for the other one because the price is so much cheaper and we think they've basically got the same potential. Or you might do the opposite and you might leverage the one you don't really want. And you might go to the other club and say, listen, we can either get this guy for 15 million or we can bid for the player at your club for 50 million, and we know you want to sell them, and you know and we know that they're basically exactly the same, and then you get a reduction on the price. So again, data can actually be used in the negotiation process as well as kind of part of the poker game. And Chelsea are basically playing catch up behind the scenes with their foundational core. And the honest truth is that Manchester United need to do the same.